Very good. Arrived yesterday from London. It's the first time I've ever had a Christmas day in Bangladesh, so that's a bit different for me. But yeah, team great. They've been training for a few days. And for me coming in personally, having to hit the ground running quickly. Some of these players, Saif Hassan I've worked with before, Taskin when he comes in. I know them from my stint previously with the HPC. Some of the other boys watching them for the first time and just getting to know them. And I think, as I say, you've got to hit the ground running quickly. 2 days and you've got a game. So, I think, T20, you want your fast runs up front as well. I like a mix of a side with some right and left-handed batters to try and mess up the opposition bowlers. And like you said, you need hitters lower down. I mean, I think to the days when I was with the West Indies side, when we had a good win in Sri Lanka, several years ago, and it was having hitters, Russell and Sammy and people like that low down. So if we've got those boundary clearers, I think that makes a big difference late on. So we certainly need that. And then experience in the bowling department, being able to take the pace off, wickets up front. But I think we've got a very mixed side and a good balance. It's been really nice, seeing Saif again. I've continued working with Saif Hassan over the last few years online, and we chat quite regularly. So I help him with his batting anyway, which has been great. And I just saw Parvaz Irman, which is lovely, Afif Drubo. So these are all guys. It gives great memories because during COVID, I came out and spent a good year out here working with these fellas. And I was just saying to them how nice it is back in England to see them progressing, playing international cricket, doing well in international cricket. Saif did well in the Asia Cup, and it's, they've really kicked on. And I love that. I mean, that's what it's about. And as a coach, what you want to see is young players develop and to come back and see smiling faces and know them, and it's great. It is. I mean, a lot of my work has been, as you know, I've worked with, I think, 5 international cricket boards over the years and done a lot of work with international teams. So, but this is the first time with a franchise where you've got a mix of players coming in. And as I say, you've got to hit the ground fast. You've got to get to know everyone quickly. But I like that. It's a different challenge. It's a new challenge for me. It's exciting. This is a country that's passionate about cricket, and I love that. There's something nice about coming here where people love cricket. I've not been involved with the side, although I know some of the players. All of that really was done before I came on board, and unfortunately, about a week before I came, I had COVID as well, so I was laid low for a week. So it's all been like mad rush, get back in, and then quickly prepare as best I can. Well, I think what you've got to be in something like this is really flexible. You're going to have players come in and out because they're playing in other tournaments. So you might have 1 or 2 games without a player, and then suddenly they arrive. So you've got to have thoughts for when you've got them, and you've got to have plans for when you haven't got them. And that's what I was saying, but real flexibility and who can fit in. Someone might have to play until another player turns up, and then they've got to miss out. So, know your squad, know where your strengths are. I think, as I said before, try and have balance in a side. So try and have a really good balance in a side and make sure everyone's clear what their role is. And then they obviously go and do their best to try and perform.